Oh, there you are, YouTube. Doodaloo, 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 doo. Subscribe. I think I ruined that. I sounded a little different there. Changed the jingle up a bit on accident. Anyway, let's do a random ranking today. Didn't have much to do today, but I just figured why not do nothing and then do a quick little one-take random ranking before I start getting into other topics, hopefully soon. But yeah, let's do a random ranking. What do we got? What do we got? Picking out 3 movies from behind me, and then we will rank them. I gotta make sure I've seen all of these films. Where do I want to go? Where do I want to go? Let's go down here. Oh, still with you, still with you. If I have not seen one of these films, I need to replace it with another one. Let's go there. See what we got. Oh man, where are we at? Okay. This might be a little difficult. I'm trying to remember. So here we have the Lethal Weapon films. I'm pretty sure I've ranked these before. So let's say I did. Let's say I've ranked this before, which means it would have been Lethal Weapon 1. So let's jump into Lethal Weapon 2, Diplomatic Immunity. Okay? Let's say we're doing that one. Then we have, the Riddick trilogy. So, okay. Let's say, because I know I did this one before, and I probably did Pitch Black and Dark Fury, which is the animated one. I think I had that on in passing, like I didn't give it full attention. So I'm going to count that as not seen. So let's go with Chronicles of Riddick, which actually came out when I worked at a movie theater, I think. Pretty sure. 2004? Yeah. Came out when I worked at a movie theater, so I remember seeing that one for free. And then we have Napoleon Dynamite, which I think is one of the greatest comedies ever made. I mean, it's pretty hilarious. I don't like rewatch it or anything because I think it's like, I don't know. It's like a smart, funny, sophisticated humor or something, which honestly that type, even though I think they're great, aren't the types that I'm trying to watch all the time, if that makes sense. I don't know. Plus this was like of an era. This was like of its time, this sort of like indie style that it has. And then Chronicles of Riddick, I like how wild it is. The costuming that looks like muscles, if I remember right. Doesn't the costuming kind of look like Dracula's armor in Bram Stoker's Dracula, the one by Coppola? I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I feel like Chronicles of Riddick was just like out there. Like it was just so different than Pitch Black. And then when we had the third live action Riddick movie, what was it called? Just Riddick? That one was very different. I liked how different these 3 films were. And then you have the animated one, which again, I'm not as familiar with. I remember the animation being pretty cool. Wasn't it sort of like the Animatrix, if I remember right? But yeah, I liked how odd it was. I'm not saying it was a good movie. What's his name? Carl Urban in that movie, and Judi Dench. I think Judi Dench is in it, if I remember right. Keith David. Love Keith David. Tandy Newton. Yeah, Carl Urban. Yeah, Judi Dench. Judi Dench is in it. Anyway, I just like how odd it is. I'm into that when Hollywood takes a big swing at something that may not return a dime. And then we have Diplomatic Immunity, which is or Lethal Weapon 2, which is a total classic. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm trying to like remember. I kind of blend, I know the first one very well, I know the fourth one very well. What goes on in the third one? We got Joe Pesci there. I'm having trouble remembering who the villain is in the third one. Don't need to, though. The villain in the second one is Hans from Mighty Ducks 2, if you remember. And he's also in Bill and Ted. Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. right? Man, I'm like mixing everything up right now. That's the problem with franchises. Anyway, how am I going to rank these? I think I'm actually going to go... man, I feel weird doing this. I feel like, you know, Lethal Weapon 2 is just like such an iconic film that I feel like it should be number 1 in a lot of ways. It definitely shouldn't be 3, but I might put it at 3. That's a hot take. I know it's a hot take. One I'm not even familiar or comfortable doing, but I think I'm going to go Napoleon Dynamite number 1. And then I'm going to go Chronicles of Riddick, just because it's so weird, and I'm going to pat it on its back for that. So that's why it's number 2. And then I'm going to say Lethal Weapon 2 is number 3. When honestly, Lethal Weapon 2 could be number 1. Probably should be number 1. Could be number 2. Probably should be number 2. Doesn't really belong in 3, but again, I'm patting Chronicles of Riddick on the back because it's so odd. I'm only giving it a leg up because it's weird, and I like when Hollywood goes for that. So yeah, this is my very strange ranking. The only one I feel comfortable with here is Napoleon Dynamite, but even so, I could put Lethal Weapon 2 up here if I wanted, but I just feel like Napoleon Dynamite, I've built a stronger relationship with it than I have Lethal Weapon 2, because I just haven't been watching these as much as I did when I was a kid, you know? So yeah, Napoleon Dynamite, Chronicles of Riddick, followed by Lethal Weapon 2. So my question to you is, have you seen these movies? And if so, what do you think of them? And if you've seen all 3, how would you rank them? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below, and perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.